Shalom, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Okay, just got to do a few more things and give people some time to come in. All right. Let's see. Shalom, everybody. All right. All right. Okay, we got about 30 people between my two channels, so we'll just give it a little more time so folks can come in. All right, let's see here. Okay, perfect. All right. Wow, it was 30 people and I blink it's 110 now. Okay. Woo. All right. Now, I downloaded Trump's plan. Let me see if I can get that up on the screen. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. All right, I have it. Okay. All right, so what I will do after the live stream is over, I will add this to the description box. And that way, any of you will be able to click this, pull it up and just review it yourself. Okay. All right, well, let's get started, y'all. All right, so. All right. I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, give me a 1 if you can see my screen, please. Shalom, family, to everybody in the chat. Shalom. I don't know if y'all heard that old crazy governor down in Florida is opening up the entire state. True Royal and I were just talking about that. I said, yeah, look for Florida to be the worst state in the country in about 10 days. All right. Thank you, family. Let's get started. Now, Trump just came out with a plan for Black America. Now, I want y'all to think about this. This just go to show you how all of these politicians, whether they're on the right or left, are listening to us online. Trump didn't pull this Black plan for America out of his ass. He's online, or he got people up at that White House that are reviewing our videos and listening to the things that we are saying. All right. So they're all paying attention, even when they act like they're not paying attention. Just know that. All right. So this came out on Fox News. Trump's $5 billion Black America plan designates KKK, Antifa as terrorist organizations, which does absolutely nothing for Black America. So what? He designate them as terrorist organizations. It won't stop them from harming us if they want to. So his plan for Black America designates the KKK and Antifa as terrorist organizations and calls for making lynching a national hate crime, while pledging to increase access to capital in Black communities by nearly $5 billion, Fox News has learned. The president on Friday is expected to roll out details of what the campaign is calling the Platinum Plan, which details opportunity, security, prosperity, and fairness for the Black community. But let's be real. Let's be real, y'all. This thing cannot possibly give us an advantage without reparations. Because even if you give us these things, there still will be a wealth gap. And my question is, who is controlling this money? Because banks in this country have a history of not loaning for businesses to the Black community. So is it going to be a lot of hoops we got to jump through? Because historically, that's what you have made us do. Or is it going to be a much easier transaction in order to get this money and start a business up? And we know what the answer is. They're going to put so much red tape involved. You know, most people won't even be interested, because they will wreck up a program like that, especially if money is involved. All right, moving on. For decades, Democrat politicians like Joe Biden have taken Black voters for granted. Yes, but you know, you can't say that without including Republicans. Let's be real. What do Republicans do for Black conservatives? Nothing. Both sides have taken advantage of the Black community, period. Okay, they can't claim to be better than the left because they don't have a track record of doing anything for Black conservatives. All right. They made you big promises before every election, and then the moment they go to Washington, they abandon you and sold you out. The president is expected to say Friday, but all presidents have done that to us. All politicians have done that to us. So he can't just lay this on the left. It don't matter. It's all politicians, period. Okay. According to his remarks exclusively obtained by Fox News, the Democrats will always take Black voters for granted until large numbers of Black Americans vote Republicans. There has never been no advantage for the Black community to vote Republicans. And when they make these claims that we should leave Democrats and vote Republicans, always ask, are the Republicans going to give us reparations? Are they going to meet our needs on things that we need in our community? Are they going to make sure we have all the resources we need? Because if the answer is no, then it's counterproductive to even vote Republican. So why vote at all? It's no advantage for us to vote in this society. All right, so the president is expected to tout the plan as a bold vision that we can and will achieve over the next 4 years. This is what Trump is claiming. The president's plan, according to the campaign, will increase access to capital in Black communities by almost $5 billion, help create 500,000 new Black-owned businesses, and help create 3 million new jobs for the Black community. Fox News obtained a copy of the Platinum Plan. It states that it will persecute the KKK and Antifa as terrorist organizations and make lynching a national hate crime. The president's plan also vows to make Juneteenth a national holiday. Again, I don't recall the Black community begging for Juneteenth to be a national holiday. We were asking for reparations. Okay, and we see they're still running from that, even when you read his plan. All right. Meanwhile, the president is also expected to commit to working on a Second Step Act and provide access to better jobs and training opportunities for those in the Black community. The Platinum Plan also pledges to give Black churches the ability to compete for federal resources for their communities, bring better and tailored health care to address what the campaign called historic disparities, and advance home ownership opportunities and enhance financial literacy in Black communities. Well, you want to offer us home ownership when unemployment is high due to COVID-19? Okay. How about reparations? As for educational opportunities, the president is expected to vow in federal and state and local community partnerships to close failing schools, to replace the full school choice and education opportunity while continuing to protect historically Black colleges and universities. The president is also expected to pledge an increase the amount of Pell Grants and allow for vocational employment and advanced targeted apprenticeship and job training programs. Trump is expected to slam the Democratic opponent, Joe Biden, saying the former vice president is offering Black Americans nothing but the same tried empty slogans. Well, you know what? So far, I don't see no reparations in Trump's plan. So who's supposed to jump for joy over this? I stand here offering you solutions. Trump is expected to say, while adding, no one in Washington politics today has done more to hurt Black Americans than Joe Biden. Well, he's kind of right about that, especially that crime bill. The president is also expected to vow to increase public safety in Black communities. Well, Trump really ain't no better. Think about all he want to talk about is law and order, and we know he means just us. He doesn't mean his people. He means us. Instead of fighting for public safety for these communities, the Democrats are attacking our police and empowering far left riots, looters, and anarchists, Trump is expected to say. In all the Republican Party, we believe in protecting all Black lives, including the unborn. Really? Because every time we try to raise our voice and say, our lives matter too, y'all come back and scream all lives matter or blue lives matter. That's what y'all do. You sure don't act like our lives matter. He is expected to add that Republicans believe that every child of every race, born and unborn, is made in the holy image of God. No, not everyone. Republicans believe that all human life is sacred. Really? Y'all don't act like all human lives are sacred. If that's the case, how come y'all keep cheering on them cops every time they kill one of us unarmed if all lives are sacred? Boy, the hypocrisy in this bullshit is unreal. At no time before has there been a clearer choice between two parties, two visions, two philosophies, and two agendas for the future, Trump will say. So on the screen, I put the actual platinum plan that he put out. And like I said, I'm going to put this in the description box for everybody to review on your own. So this is the platinum plan, President Trump's pillars. Okay, whatever. Okay, so the opportunity is by achieving historic employment levels for Black Americans, as well as increasing access to capital for new businesses. President Trump has been committed to ensure all Black Americans can achieve the American dream, security, by signing into law the celebrated First Step Act. President Trump has brought common sense criminal justice reform to the American people for the first time in decades, while ensuring that our streets and communities are safe for families and business owners. Prosperity for the first president to provide long-term funding to historically Black colleges and universities. The administration continues to seek immediate and general achievement for Black Americans. You know, doing something for HBCUs, that's not really doing anything for the whole community. You know, the vast majority of us are not in HBCUs at all. You know, I'm talking about us as a whole. Fairness, as demonstrated through his actions to initiate investments into opportunity zones, as well as address health disparity, wage gaps, and necessary education reforms. President Trump works every day to advance a fair and just America for the Black community. No, he don't. So Trump promised to Black America for over the next 4 years is when, if he's elected. So increase access to capital in Black communities by almost $5 billion. Like I said, whenever they talk about these loans, to me, it always sends up a red flag. Number one, you got a lot of white people that will apply for loans intended for Black people. You know, number two, what are the steps going to be to get these loans? Because America got a tendency of overcomplicating everything, too much red tape, too much paperwork. They want you to dig into your whole life story before they give you the money. And we don't need that kind of headache. So, yeah, I mean, he's not answering those questions. That's what I would want to know as far as that money is concerned, because I know how they are in this country. It'll be very few people being eligible for the money in the first place after they get finished. So he's claiming it will create 3 million new jobs for the Black community, creating 500,000 new Black-owned businesses, increase access to capital in Black communities by almost $500 billion, safe urban neighborhoods with highest policing standards. So I don't like that. I don't like that. You know, number one, let's talk about this because the majority of the police in Black communities are white. So when you say highest policing standards, to me, that just means more abuse on the Black community. What y'all do to us is not policing at all. That's not policing. And I'm going to say this again, white people have no business trying to oversee and police Black people. You have no business doing that. You don't look like us, you don't act like us, and you do not have our best interests at heart. You just come around our neighborhoods to police and harm and kill us. That is your only goal at the end of the day when it comes down to policing. Commit to working on a Second Step Act. access to better education and job training opportunities, give Black churches the ability to compete for federal resources for their community, bring better and tailored health care to address historic disparities, immigration policy that protects American jobs, advance home ownership opportunities, and enhance financial literacy in the Black community, onshoring manufacturing to advance jobs and develop opportunities for the Black-owned businesses. So you see, paid for by Donald Trump. You know, and it's just 2 pages. That's all it is, But to be honest with you, y'all, I'm not impressed. You see, he didn't say one damn thing about reparations at all. He didn't say one damn thing about it. All right. So Black Voltron FBA 2020, thank you for the super chat. And OGK Network, thank you for the super chat. No, I don't understand. Why do we need to get loans and be in debt? If they're going to offer us loans, in my opinion, they need to add loan forgiveness. Plain and simple. You offered that to some of these businesses with PPP. Why can't you offer that to the Black community? You know that many of us are struggling. But yeah, I'm not feeling his plan at all. But one thing he is saying, he's doing a lot more than Kamala and Joe Biden. They ain't saying shit about what they're going to do for the Black community, because we know they're not going to do a damn thing. But no reparations, y'all. No reparations mentioned in the entire bill. And like I said, the next time Republicans come around talking BS about the Democrats, put them on the spot and ask them, what have the GOP done for Black conservatives that vote for them? What do you do for them? Because they don't do shit either. They really have no room to talk at all. Well, first of all, during the pandemic, there's a lot of loans that really need to be forgiven in this country. They need to forgive student loans. And to me, if a person got most of their mortgage paid off, they need to forgive that. We're in a pandemic. Chances are both people in the household are not working. They need to do a lot of loan forgiving in America, as far as I'm concerned. Well, this government got plenty of money. That's the thing. They got plenty of money. So there's no reason why reparations should not have been part of his platinum plan. Well, as soon as I heard he had a plan, I knew it was going to be a bunch of nothing, y'all. It's going to be a bunch of nothing. See, they don't want you to get money placed into your hand. Thank you, Son of Blame. Thank you, Lisa. The platinum plan is actually the 24K gold plated. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know what? Yeah, they can skip one of those. All they got to do is skip 1 week of payments to Israel. There go our reparations right there. There go our reparations paid. Well, my thing is, they complicate a lot of things in this country. And that's why I'm like, okay, you want to give us these loans so we can start the businesses. What's the criteria? Because they'll usually try to set it so high that the average black person won't qualify. I know what they do. These are the trickeries they've been doing in this country forever now. But yeah, I mean, his plan falls short on everything. I guess that's why he wrote in the beginning that there'll be a part two to this whole thing. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I just kind of think the whole thing is a joke. You know, look, just put up or shut up at this point. If you want black people to have businesses, then how much of this money are you going to put up? Are you going to foot 100% startup money for these businesses? Or you're going to require us to bring part of the money before you give us any money? And that's usually how they do it in America. Yeah. Well, no, you're right. That's how I feel, Kimberly Platt. No tangible, no vote. I don't know. Maybe they think this is going to inspire more black people to vote for Trump. I tell you what, I'm very underwhelmed looking at his plan. Very underwhelming. Thank you, Chima Madu. Um, the Federal Reserve give the big banks and the stock market $1 trillion a day. This is not an aggregate. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I agree. Um, no. See, if he wanted to do anything big, if he really, really wanted to do, because reparations, that would take time. But if he wanted to do something immediately right now, he would take a hard stand against these cops that are killing us unarmed. And he refuses to do that. So when I see this, how is Trump any better than Biden? You know how we're being treated. You see us getting killed. You see all the disrespect and the racism that's coming out of these police forces. How come you won't take a hard stand against these cops and tell them there will be accountability for killing unarmed people? You won't get off so easy anymore. Pull that qualified immunity. Then I will believe he's trying to at least do something. But Trump won't do that either. But he wants you to believe he's better than Biden. And to me, one is really not better than the other. Both of them are evil. Both are lousy. So I'm, hey, it's me. But like I said, I don't see nothing in this plan for me that's going to benefit me in a good way. Black Raven, thank you for the super sticker. Yeah, but you know what? There's still many in our community that believe they need to vote. And each time we get nothing. That's the thing. I could see if we're voting and we're getting something, each presidential cycle come and that president gets in office and the black community gets something. But they won't do it. And they have showed us over and over they don't want to do anything for us. If they can get by without lifting a finger, that's what they want to continue to do. Africool, thank you for the super chat. Trump is pandering. Biden, Kamala got a plan for immigration, but not us. ADOS Chicago. You're right. No, they don't want to do anything for us. At this point, you have to see it for what it is. And some of our people are just not ready, especially the voters. They're not ready to see this. Thank you, Loveline Turner, for the super sticker. Yeah. It's just like when the basketball players said they were going to boycott, and now they want the stadium opened up for voting. No, no. Again, it's something where they get something out of the deal and the black community don't. If you go out there and vote, you're just giving these candidates something, and they're giving you nothing in return. That's all that's going on. In fact, I got a funny story out later that is about Kamala Harris. She was recently asked who her favorite rapper was of all times, a living rapper, somebody alive. And she said Tupac was the best rapper alive. Now, we know Tupac died in 1996. He was murdered, he was shot to death, right? And she said, and then they gave her an opportunity to name another rapper, and she couldn't do it. I said, you know what? Kamala is so far removed from rap, it's not even funny. She only talks like that because she think it makes black people pay attention to her. But Kamala ain't into no damn rapping. How the hell do you not know Tupac? Tupac has been dead all this time, and she didn't know Tupac was dead. Come on, man. Man, I know a lot of people that didn't even listen to a lot of rap, but they knew Tupac was dead. This dummy didn't even know Tupac was dead. John L., you are not blocked. I don't know why people, is there a reason why you feel that way? I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at your account. I do not have you blocked. So it's got to be something that YouTube is doing. Yeah, he was shot out there on the Las Vegas Strip. I remember when it happened. I remember when Biggie was killed. But Kamala, please, Kamala ain't interested in no damn rap. She lived her life in the white man's world. She's with her white husband. She's so far removed from rap, it's not even funny. I don't know. She was dancing off beat to Cardi B. I don't know if she even really truly knows who Cardi B is. She probably don't even know who she is. Yeah, I believe that too. I think, a lot of our people are still want to be heavily involved in voting. And I think it's just out of habit. Many of them know they're not going to get anything. It's just out of habit. They just got to vote because it's something their family did and it's something they did, and they just don't want to let go of it. But at the end of the day, these politicians have never proved any interest in helping us in any kind of way. They have showed you over and over again they're not going to do nothing for us. You can't even get them to even go out on the campaign trail and say black agenda. They won't even say it. So if they're not going to even verbalize black agenda, they're not going to do one when they get in office. But see, we were talking about a black agenda. Now, that part Trump did get right, but he didn't add the reparations. And we've been talking about, and I know they know because they're watching us, we've been talking about reparations. And nobody wants to touch that. It doesn't matter if they're Democrat or Republican, they don't want to touch that subject. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I don't have any hope about any black man, woman, or child ever getting justice in this country. I'm just letting you know. I even saw that one coming with Breonna Taylor. You just saw when, as soon as I saw them boarding up that courtroom, the courthouse downtown in Louisville, I knew exactly what was going to happen. And I got a little more on that story about the actual indictment. They actually published the indictment. So I will probably do a video on that. Thank you, Thomas Israel, for the super chat. They about to fully open. Yeah, I spoke about that a little bit, Thomas. Maybe you weren't on at the time. Yeah, they're opening up the entire state. And I said, get ready for Florida to be the epicenter again. Look for Florida to be the epicenter. He's not going to be happy until everybody in Florida got coronavirus. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, America's never going to be fully functional again. And I hope that governor realized his plans to keep that state open is going to be short lived. A lot of people are going to retreat back, even if even if he don't say nothing, it's not going to matter. Yeah. Well, everybody, that's all I wanted to share with you today. I'm glad you all came, and just look in the description box and you'll be able to see the actual document on the platinum plan. I'll take care of that as soon as we are done. So if you give me about, I would say about 3 minutes, I'll have it on the live stream so you can review it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming and listening today. I got another live stream with Brother L. It's just one of his recordings from Spreaker that we'll be listening to. So everybody, please enjoy the rest of your day. May the Most High be with you and protect you during the time of judgment on the Gentile world. Peace, family.